Hello and welcome to plugins lesson. In this video we are going to take a look at plugin DI configuration before, after and around plugins. In the previous video we used Observer to add customization based on events in Magento. However, not all Magento functionality is covered by events. That's why we have additional customization engine called plugins. A plugin is an item that can add any functionality before, instead of, or after each public function in Magento framework and extensions. Let's create a plugin for console command add item. First, let's take a look on this class. We would like to wrap execution of the command to our plugin. However, the execute function is protected, and that's why it cannot be wrapped by a plugin. But this command is extending Symfony component console command, and the parent class is implementing run function. That is actually an entry point to command execution. So we can create a plugin for this run public function. Let's do this. First, I'll create plugin folder inside the module. And I'll create logger PHP file inside. This is a logger plugin. As you can see, it's not extending or implementing anything. However, it includes three functions: before, around, and after run. So before run, as any before plugin method, retrieves the object as the first argument. In our case it's add item, and parameters of run function. The first parameter is input interface, second parameter is output interface. We will use output interface to output before execute line to command line. We'll use output interface to output before execute string to command line. Second method is around run, and this method will be executed instead of run method. As an arguments, we can retrieve an object, closure, that can be called to invoke the next plugin or the original class method, and arguments, first and second argument. Here I would like to write some output at first around execute before call, then I will call the closure that will invoke the original method execution, and then I would like to add some additional output. Finally, I am assigning output to property of this class to use it in the last method. Last method, after run, retrieve add item object as the first parameter, and second parameter will be the result of run method execution. However, I am not using it here, and I will use output property set in previous method and will output after execute string. Now we have to configure this plugin using DI configuration. So we go to etc di.xml, and here we are adding configuration for type mastering sample module console command add item. The name can be any unique name for this type, and the type is class name of the plugin created by us. Now we can test work of this plugin. First, I would like to clean cache, bin Magento cache flush. Now let's call the command mastering item add and add some name. As you can see, first before run was executed, then around execute before call, then the actual item was saved. We don't see output here. Then after call was outputted, and finally after execute. Thank you for attention. In the next video, we'll see how we can customize functionality using layout configuration.